Last year, I set up a resolution that I was going to hit 2000 MRR. I was going to become a marketing machine that's going to take my apps to the moon. Yeah, so that didn't happen. But here's the thing. I still made way more money from my apps last year than I could have ever imagined. I shipped 2 completely new products, and I learned what not to do. So let's talk about it. Hello. If you're new here, I'm Remind. I like to make simple and minimalistic apps, and I'm trying to make cinematic vlogs to talk about it. If you're thinking about building apps, or if you're already building some and wondering if it's worth it, and just want to see some real numbers from a guy who's not a marketing genius, stick around, I'll show you everything. If you watched my recap video last year from 2024, first of all, thank you, that's awesome. But then you would have known I made $3,200 from Clozzie, my digital closet app, which is the only product of mine that made any money. And I set some pretty ambitious goals for 2025. To get to 2000 MRR, at least 2 more new products, to learn a lot of marketing, make more content. So how did I do this year? Look, I'm not gonna string you along. I made a total of $8,828 this year. Yep. That's how much my apps made this year, $8,828. But if you want to see the full breakdown of the apps, which ones made what, which ones flopped, what I learned, stick around, I'm going to show you everything. The first app I shipped this year is called TennisNotebook. I played tennis. I'm about a 3.5 USTA, 5 UTR. Definitely an amateur player, but I absolutely love it. And I'm someone who loves tracking data. I literally journal daily, I log everything, so naturally I just wanted to do something similar for tennis as well. But there wasn't really much like that out there on the app, so I wanted to build something that would help me track my matches, track my gear usage, like when to restring my rackets, track the players I'm playing, so write notes about them. When I'm having a rematch, I know what to look for, things like that. So I just built it myself. So TennisNotebook launched in May, so it's been live for about 8 months, and in that time I made about $129. But here's the thing, I did not market this app at all. I made like 2 TikTok videos and 1 YouTube, and all in all, I think I got like 1,000 views. That was it. And still people found it, downloaded it, used it, and paid for it, which is crazy to me, but that just means there's a market for it. If I was good at marketing, which I'm trying to be, I'm sure I can grow this app to be much bigger and generate more revenue, but all in due time, I guess. But yeah, that's TennisNotebook. Let's talk about the next one, QuickPack. So I had a work conference and I was packing off the top of my head, just throwing stuff in. I get to the conference and I forgot my earphones. And I was like, okay, I gotta build an app for this. Packing list apps already exist. There's quite a lot out there. But here's the thing, if an app exists in a space, that just means there's a market for it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel and build something new every time. Just build a better version, a simpler version, a more minimalistic version. That's kind of my thing anyway. So I built QuickPack. It's local only, stays on your device, not some server somewhere. Simple, private, and done. QuickPack launched in July, so it's only actually been live for 6 months, and in that time I made a grand total of $343. And it's a one-time purchase, no subscription, only lifetime. You pay once and you own it forever. I could have done a subscription model, but I just wanted to keep it simple, accessible, and cheap. Anyone can just grab it and use it. Now here's the funny thing. I did not put much thought into QuickPack as I did with TennisNotebook. It was pretty straightforward to build, but it still made 3 times as much more money than TennisNotebook. I'm still getting reviews and feature requests and feedbacks for this, and I've been updating the app here and there, but I'm really hoping I can grow even more this year. So yeah. Okay, before I get to my digital closet app Clozzie, which made the most money by far, I need to tell you about my biggest failure for 2025. Both of these apps, TennisNotebook and QuickPack, they seem to be good apps. People like using them. At least I hope so. But the numbers aren't higher for one reason only. I am terrible at marketing, like genuinely bad at it. I can build an app, I can design it, I can ship it, but getting people to know it exists, that's where I struggle. And it's not like I didn't try. Let me walk you through what I did actually this year for marketing. So the first thing I tried is this platform called Noise. The creator actually reached out to me when they started working on this for the first time. The idea is they create these slideshow type TikTok videos, and they have a lot of small creators post them all over TikTok, and they can get from 500 to 1,000 views. but because there's so many, you can rack up to like 100,000 views basically. I spent a couple hundred on this product, and honestly, this was probably my biggest contributor and biggest boost to my MRR, going up to like $50-$60. Not a lot, but compared to me doing nothing, this was something. So I did use noise again later in the year, and I got another bump, about another $30-$40 basically. And honestly, it was helpful, it was useful, and the product seems pretty nice, but unfortunately I stopped using it because the ROI for me just wasn't worth it. I did start posting some TikTok videos myself, and this was honestly quite a lot of fun. I'll get back to that in a minute, but another big one I tried this year is hiring UGC creators. These are user generated content, real people that you pay and they make videos for you. And it was fun as well because I get to talk to real people, interact, come up with a strategy, but unfortunately I still failed at it because I just don't know how to capture the audience. I don't know how to nail down a niche and make content for those kind of niche basically. So yeah, I ended up spending way more money in this than what I got back, so pretty terrible ROI. But like I was saying a moment ago, I made some TikTok myself, and honestly that was the most fun, and that is my goal for this year, is grow my own community, make YouTube videos, TikTok videos, make Instagram videos, and just learn how to make content myself. So I feel proud of the videos I'm making, and yeah, hopefully that works in my favor for other apps I build in the future too. Okay, let's talk Clozzie. If you don't know, Clozzie is my digital closet app, and it's my main app. It's an app to digitize your closet, create items, create outfits, and plan your outfits. I initially created it for my wife, but now it's being used by people all over the world, which is crazy. Clozzie is the app I've put the most work into this year, and it's my moneymaker. Last year, it made $3,200. This year, $8,354. That's crazy to me. That's absolutely bonkers. It's almost double what I made last year, which is crazy. But even though it was kind of a success, it was also kind of a failure. It's a failure because remember the goal I set, 2,000 MRR, I was nowhere near that. The highest I got Clozzie to was about 397 MRR. But it's also a success because it made more money than I ever thought it could. It kept fluctuating throughout the months. I think I started January at $400, going as high as $933, I think in September, October, something like that, and ended the year at about $870. So it's definitely growing, just not as fast as I would have liked it to. But revenue aside, I did actually quite a lot of building for this app this year. I basically released version 3, which was basically a major refactoring of the code base. See, when I first created Clozzie and was coding it, AI widgets weren't really a big thing. So I went through the traditional steps painstakingly, writing every line of code, Stack Overflows, documentations, you name it. That's why I wanted to do a refactoring this year, because it'll help me integrate AI agents into my code base and make it much more scalable. And this will help me grow the app much faster in the future when I need to put in new features. And one of the biggest features I added this year is the calendar feature. Users have been asking for it for a while, but basically it'll help you plan your outfits. You can plan it for the future. You do outfits of the day, basically see what you wore or track what you will wear. Clozzie has been going pretty steady. It's got a lot of daily active users. People actually still use it every day, which blows my mind. It's still my biggest success, and I hope I can grow it even more this year. So let's recap. Here's the full breakdown of all the money I made this year. TennisNotebook made $129, QuickPack made $343, and Clozzie made $8,354 for a grand total of $8,828. Now, is this enough to quit my job? No. Is this life-changing money? Not really. But is it proof that this is possible? Absolutely. 2 years ago, I never made a single dollar for any of my apps, but now I've made $12,000 across both years from my apps. And more importantly, I have people, real people using my apps on the daily. That's just crazy. So that's my 2025. Now with 2026 started, what's my plans for this year? For revenue, I'm not looking at Clozzie anymore. I want to be able to generate revenue from all my products, my apps, my videos, everything. My target, at least 1,000 MRR. A little conservative from my last year's 2,000, but hopefully I can get to it. I also want to build 2 new apps this year, and I have some ideas brewing already, so stay tuned for that. I'll definitely make some content around that. For marketing, my main focus is growing my personal YouTube, TikTok, Instagram accounts this year, building that community basically. might try some other marketing tactics, I don't know. But the core strategy is this: making content for you guys and for myself as well. I want to get better at making cinematic vlogs. And for content specifically, I want to be able to make at least 12 long form videos, so one a month, and give or take 30 plus short form videos. So we'll see how that goes. Look, I don't know if I'll be able to hit all these goals. Maybe I'll fail at half of them. That's just how it goes. But I'm going to keep building, keep shipping, and keep learning. And if I fail, I'll try again and again and again, because that's the only way any of this works. You just keep going. If you're building apps or thinking about it or here just to follow along the ride, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you again next year with an update. Hopefully it's bigger and better, but even if they're not, I'll be honest about it. If you want to follow along, please subscribe, and thank you again. Bye.